Hey everybody, Mac and Damon here for OCR Kings, and it's that time of year again for our top 10 obstacles of 2022. Now these are the obstacles that we faced.
That's right.
Some other folks might have other favorites. These were ours because these are the ones that we participated in.
We actually did. But if you have one that is awesome or worthy, or you just want to tell us about it, comment.
Absolutely.
We love replying, so we love to hear what you have to say. But here's our list, and let's kick this one off.
Here we go. Coming in at number 10, this is the dunk wall from the Dallas, Texas Ultra.
Yes. Yep. So the Beast and Ultra. So we were in the Ultra here. And look at this thing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's normal, the approach, you got rolling mud.
And the reason why dunk wall and it's kind of high on the list, it just seems that a lot of people comment that they're afraid of the dunk wall.
They get freaked out.
They kind of get freaked out, and you can just see people hesitate every time. So not particularly tough, but there is a psychological factor on this one.
Correct.
That people are just kind of worried about. Like we just like reach under and just go, or just dive under the thing, just get it over quick. But
this one made our top 10 because there was swimming involved. This was one of the deepest ones.
This was the deepest one I think we've ever
encountered.
done. So that's why this one was on the list for us.
I liked too. There was the rolling mud and all of that, but there was a barbed wire intro and a barbed wire outro to it. So that was pretty cool, stacked up like that. So good job, Spartan.
That's right. All right, so let's move on to number 9. Number 9 is from Rugged Maniac, and that's New England. And this obstacle is called Ridge Runner. And if you just look at it, it's built really well.
It's nice wood construction.
Nothing too difficult, but just it's construction. There's some splits as you're going up the one side, so you actually had to kind of reach, kind of like just stretch with your legs out of your comfort zone. So nothing difficult. Construction was awesome. It just looked good.
I like it.
Look at that thing.
Like there's a void at the bottom.
There's a void at the bottom, and you got to do a big step, and so I was like, it was just in a little take on an easy obstacle, but just really nicely constructed.
Cool.
So that's number 9.
Here we go, number 8. This is Terrain Races Multi-Rig. Okay, standard stuff for multi-rig, but they kind of mixed it up.
I like that.
So different handholds, cannonballs, or whatever you want to call those things, some odd handholds.
Like Spartans had that typical flair of what you get when you're doing a multi-rig lately, and this one definitely just has rings, and then that hanging pipe.
The pipe, yep.
And I was like, even though you didn't use that one, the balls, and so it's got a little bit of everything.
That would have been higher on the list had they had a bell at the end. No bell, points off. But otherwise,
everything looks a little close too.
Yeah, could have spread that out a little bit more. But otherwise, good job, Terrain Race.
Well done. All right, number 7. So we're back at Rugged Maniac. Now, I like this one because they just take something that already exists, just an easy piece of wood up and over, and they just added a chain link fence to the top. Just made the obstacle feel completely different. It was like this obstacle's been at this Rugged Maniac event, which we've done a couple of years in a row now, and all of a sudden this chain link shows up.
I like that.
Made it totally different.
And now you gotta like modification.
Now you gotta navigate this chain link rather than just a quick wood up and over and you're done. So it's like, okay.
Pretty cool.
The fact that I got hooked here at the
ripping
top.
your pants kind of thing.
Yeah. But I was like, really simple. Make a change, just add a little something to your existing obstacles, and it gives it a total new life and a new
nice
flavor.
little upgrade.
Yep.
Right on. Good job, Rugged Maniac. So coming in at number 6, we're over to Tough Mudder here. This is just the tip. Ooh la la. Okay, we like this one. This is kind of grip strength, little fingertips that you're going across the board here. Pretty nice. The doorknob thing. This is an obstacle from way back in the days that sort of resurrected.
We've seen it a few times, but I mean, it's a really nice, beefy, well-constructed obstacle.
The powder coat on the paint job there is really kind
everything
of
about it's nice. It's not the easiest obstacle, like transferring from the wood to the toe hitches back to the wood. So it's like, all right, it gets you working out. We like that one.
They could have made that longer. And
I agree. One more section would be awesome.
The doorknobs used to rotate too. That made it harder. So some of those used to spin. They weren't either
Yeah.
secured or whatever.
Yeah, like those
so-
are like tow hitch, like on the back of the car now.
Yep.
But the first time we saw it, it definitely was the doorknob, and that was really
That was hard.
Yep.
So, still a cool obstacle. So, good job, Tough Mudder. Look at you going right across, super confident. Camera work here is just impeccable. Oh my goodness. And good job. Boom.
All right, so here is an honorable mention, just because. Just look at the shot; it's just gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
This is the Dallas Ultra, and this is when we came around, and it's the sunrise, and just the way the obstacle was heading right towards the sunrise.
Just gorgeous.
It was absolutely beautiful.
The sunrise is coming up
was
over
awesome.
this like flat terrain, and we were running in the night in the darkness just before, and now you're at the top of this obstacle, and you can see the different colors of the sun as it's coming up. Just gorgeous, absolutely
Yeah.
beautiful. So no change from Spartan. This is a typical A-frame, but just where it was and the
Yep.
timing. Kind of needed to make the list, not as an official top 10, but
That's
certainly
right. Definitely
worthy
special.
of a special and honorable mention.
That's right.
All right, so coming in at number 5, we're back to Rugged Maniac. This is Hang Loose. This is a cargo net that you have to traverse from like left to right, side to side rather than up and over.
It's just a really good idea.
Really cool. I think
Yeah.
I would like to see this at more race franchises rather than just
The
up and
typical
over. yeah.
A-frame cargo that we kind of do at every race. They just hung. They're loose, so they're moving around under your feet, and you just transition across them. Take your time, good hands, and
I really
find a
like
good
that.
spot for your feet and just move across. But just a good idea. It's just creative. So good job using those cargo nets and making a pretty fun obstacle.
Okay, number 4, we're back at Tough Mudder here. This is Reach Around. So it's kind of neat. It's like
This is a pretty big obstacle.
Yeah, pretty huge. You're going up it right now. It's sort of like a tower that has a leaning backwards, almost inverted wall type of feel. And of course, you're showing everyone the way to
The little-
defeat it, the little foothold
the little
there
foothold
that everybody
just
seemed to miss. There were no pads on the ground here, so if you fell, you're in real trouble. Okay,
It's pretty high.
it's pretty high up
Yeah.
there. Nice
Yeah,
construction.
really,
You got to
really big construction.
reach around, put your hand in there. Got no help from Damer. He's helping the girls on the bottom there. Good. Mac, who? Never heard of him. So he's, it's
That's right.
a little PR move. Good job. So good construction,
Yeah, good.
super tall kind of obstacle.
It had some fear factor to it just for the size as you climbed up to the top and made that move to get over and onto
Absolutely.
the top deck. Yeah, so
So nice work, Tough Mudder. We really enjoyed that one. I'd like to see it without that augmented foot thing that we were stepping on to
Yeah.
make it real hard. But then if people are not able to complete it, what's the point? So
that's right.
very, very cool.
All right, so we're staying at Tough Mudder,
Yeah, this is number 3,
and this is Mudderhorn.
Mudderhorn.
Look at the size.
The
of
size,
this.
the obstacle is it's huge. Okay, it was on our top 10 last year, but rightfully so. This year they changed it. They got rid of a strap that used to be sort of on the boards there that you could hold on to.
Yeah, this
and-
one was a little bit more difficult.
was harder.
It was like doing an arm press, trying to just figure out a way to get
Nice technique
up
there, by the
onto
way.
it.
But then it just goes on forever and ever and ever.
It's like now you transition into the cargo, and it is just big.
it's huge. Look at all the supports in there too. The superstructure,
Yeah.
the aluminum framing there. Just lots of
Yeah,
pieces.
just the size, the scope, the difficulty to build this thing. So this is
It's
just
really cool. It's so big that they have to have a safety net to keep you from falling
just in
backwards
case.
off of it. So really, really cool. You're looking up. There it is. You're contained in the netting, sort of. Very, very cool.
yeah, that thing is just massive.
I had to put dissolve into this shot because it just goes on. You're on the thing for a long, long time. It's that big.
Yeah, you can see people climbing up the other side. You're coming down right there.
Really, really cool.
Yep, and it is steep. Yep, and just getting on that obstacle is pretty.
Is a challenge.
Is a challenge. So
High five. All right, number 2. This isn't an obstacle per se, but just one of the coolest experiences that we had this season, and maybe out of any season.
This was very close. So this was Tough Mudder at Stratton, Vermont.
Yeah.
And we are running through the Stratton Village area. So people were hanging out, they were having drinks, they were eating. So some of the stores and shops were open.
They were like rooting us on. They're like,
people were cheering.
Go!
Yeah,
so
it was just so
cool,
so unique that it was really cool.
It goes on for longer than what the shot shows, but I mean, there were a lot of folks and there
kids cheering,
rooting, go get them. You know, it's like it was really, really special. There's our friend.
Yep.
Boom! I fought. I mean, that was a special, neat thing that I've never experienced before.
That was very cool.
So. All right, Damer's clearing his throat because he's ready to tee off on this. It's our time for a dishonorable mention. Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh.
Here we are at Tough Mudder. This is sled pull or sled dogs or sled. The name is not worthy to be spoken. Shame!
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 It was just dumb.
This was just not good. You're on like a plastic piece of something or other, and you got to pull a guy up the hill and then down the hill. The traffic jam was ridiculous. People didn't know what to do. The volunteers were just like, I don't know, just wait there. I was like, well, I don't want to wait there.
It was just goofy. It was
lame.
dumb. It was would have been better just to like do a hero carry or anything else.
Jumping jacks. I mean, it's bad. So Tough Mudder.
No one you can see in the video here. No one knows where to go.
They're just laying around
they're just laying there.
Oh, traffic jam fore, traffic jam aft. I mean, it was bad. So Tough Mudder, we appreciate you.
We had some awesome ones.
Yeah, you can do better. This one, recycle bin for next season.
Yes.
Bad. Shame. My goodness. All right.
Let's finish this off.
And now we gotta regain our composure.
Oh, sorry, Tough Mudder.
Sorry, Tough Mudder. We love you guys. All right. So now, finally, without further ado, this is number one.
Yep, our number one right
This
here.
is the uphill. There's no other way to describe it. The uphill barbed wire crawl at the Jacksonville Super and Sprint.
Yes.
This was fantastic. Long uphill, shooting water at you.
Like, definitely not the typical Spartan barbed wire.
Right.
So it was like using the terrain that was there at the venue.
Absolutely.
So motocross up a really steep hill, like Max said, dropping water on you through these sprayer hoses. So the whole thing was muddy and it got pretty steep and the water's coming down on you. And long and really long.
Boom. It just it seemed like it wasn't going to end. The rolling technique was kind of not useless, but you're not going to be rolling uphill. So you had to crawl.
And once you got into the real wet stuff there, you can see the water running.
Water and the splashes and everything, and it just kept going and going. There's a dissolve because it's like you're on it. You can see the sprinklers going in there.
Right. That mud was real slippery and gooey too. It's just about that venue's mud was just on a different level.
It just, they took a standard obstacle and they augmented it with a simple change. Make it uphill and shoot water down at these guys. So, Spartan Race, good job there. We really liked that one.
So Spartan gets the number one.
Absolutely. Here it is again. This is from the Super. Okay. We had already done it. No, excuse me. This is from the Sprint, I believe. This is from the Sprint. We had already done it the day before at the Super. Okay, so now the hill is that much more saturated with water and everything, okay? And as you come off the opposite side, you got the added benefit where, watch it, whee! You can slide down.
Yeah, that wasn't there on Saturday.
But you can, enjoy and sort of soak it all in, so... Yeah, little fun factor is what I'm trying to tell you there. So, great job, Spartan. Number one. It's this uphill barbed wire crawl. I hope to see more stuff like this. Just take the simple stuff that you have and make it harder.
You already have it.
Yeah.
Just
change it a little bit.
Tweak it a little.
Change it a little bit.
Add a little flair, and you got yourselves a win.
Right on. So, well, Thank you for watching, everybody. This has been our top 10 for 2022. We hope to see everybody out there in 2023.
Hope to see some new obstacles in 23. And
Yeah.
I'd like to hear about what your favorite obstacles you came across at some of
Absolutely.
the venues that you guys were at that we didn't face.
Absolutely. But you know what? Until that time, remember, as always, train hard,
All right.
have fun.
Have fun.